You gotta read off the teleprompter, okay? Tell them about cars. Come on, tell them about cars. Tell them.
Waffles, what's your favorite car? Miata? No.
BMW? No?
Swim too soon after eating and you'll cramp up and drown.
I am under the water. Please help me.
Or is it the coffee drinking stunts your growth? No matter how you look at those age-old things told by our parents, we're really just all living the same, I don't know, 5 or 6 lives in various shades of rose-colored glasses. Kind of matrixy. Every single time I think I'm unique, I just go out on TikTok and realize that I did the same thing when I was 6 that like 6 million other people did. And I really am just kind of like, damn. But when you look at those childish odysseys that parents told us, it was just a nice, brief, innocent layer of manipulation and deceit so parents could get what they wanted. Lifeguards needed an hour-long lunch break, hence the waiting to jump in the pool. Now you know. Parents don't want caffeinated kids, so coffee stunts growth. And the list goes on and on and on, because you wanna know what? Parents lie too. So how does that work when it comes down to cars and our favorite hobby in the world, the car culture? I'm Alex, Alex.Martini with 2 underscores on Instagram, and today we're gonna be going through a few key situations that may have led you toward loving a car company that may have been nothing more than a facade. Potentially a Black Panther perfume, where 60% of the time it worked every time.
That doesn't make sense.
You know what we don't need more of? We don't need more brand humping. Maybe not humping, that's a strong word. We don't need more blind loyalty. Pretty much anywhere. Literally anywhere. By the way, please don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment on the #1 car brand you think is guilty of using emotions to get you to forget something about the skeletons in their closet. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and of course I'm still responding to every comment that I can. Shorts are crazy, but the main channel I always am. So we also have teas on alexmartini.net. It's brand new, and I really appreciate it if you could check them out. Now, we know why car companies manipulate us. At the end of the day, this is not like a long topic. They want something. They typically want one thing. That thing is called
money.
Okay, and no matter which way you look at it, there's usually 3 primary ways they try to do it. Advertising 101, there's something called the modes of persuasion. You have ethos, which is the angle of advertising that targets credibility, right? Establishing that personal credentials allow your audience to get to trust you. And that was when you just started to hear about this award. You probably heard it, and then you heard people make fun of it, okay? It's called JD Power, the #1 award at JD Power truck ever. No, not the good kind of Mo Powell baby, which by the way, congratulations to James Pumphrey for being in a video game. That's freaking tight. No, JD Power, okay? That award has been associated with an onslaught of car company commercials to say pretty much, hey look, see? We have awards! We have awards on awards, awards on dependability. You can trust us with your car. JD Power, most awards made of glass, not tempered. Look at them, they're real. Just like these actors, they're real people.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Don't touch me, Potts. Can we go ahead and get it over with, please?
While JD Power is a very real thing and started off giving genuine feedback to automotive manufacturers for consumers that was valuable, it's now really grown into nothing more than an opportunity for car manufacturers to pay-to-play reliability awards. Very similar to how Facebook just pretty makes any business have to pay money into advertising to get anywhere on their platform. Now, to be fair, JD Power became an industry name in 1973 when it hit the front page of the Wall Street Journal and the terrible consumer reports on the Mazda R100. This is really where it blew up. And when you start to introduce manufacturers willing to pay for just about anything to influence how consumers rate their own product, you know there will be issues. This is why Mazda jumped on board, and a lot of other brands went to try and get close to this data so that they never got plagued that the R100 did. If nothing else, I can do without a real person ad from the Chevrolet campaign literally ever again.
So I just Googled it, and it's pretty much a made-up award. Initial quality is only for like the first 90 days.
Then you have pathos, or like trying to inspire an emotional response. Getting people to like feel is incredibly important to influence your decision, because 9 times out of 10, a brand new vehicle purchase usually isn't logical. It's emotional, okay? We want an RX-7 because it's a beautiful car, and our friends wanted one, and now we want one. And they sound cool, and they can give you some ultimate street cred, but they're unreliable. They're old, and they require a lot of maintenance, and more often than not, there are better cars objectively to buy out there with more power, more reliability, and more features. Our reasoning to get an RX-7 has nothing to do with that. It's that the RX-7 is inspiring. In 2015, Volkswagen got caught with every sort of analogy of the term pants being around their ankles. The Dieselgate scandal, which found that VW was purposely falsifying emissions testing through the use of fancy computer work on certain models, led to the company's stock tanking over 30% in just 2 days, and an outcry of millions of owners, investors, and environmentalists screaming for accountability from the good old V-dub, our favorite little coupe patch thing, okay? Volkswagen's initial reaction was something called a goodwill package. There's a $500 gift card, another $500 discount towards a new Volkswagen with 3 years of roadside assistance.
Oh my God! Wow!
Disgusting, okay? It tried reasoning with people through a rebirth campaign in which it tries to take on the accusations and ends with them pushing a new electric vehicle with some emotional music that tries to pull at your heartstrings in hopes that you think they care. And it tries to say sorry without ever saying sorry. And at the end of it, people felt more confused that VW would try to push an electric vehicle following the insane controversy they laid out for themselves instead of just, you know, maybe just saying sorry and just kind of taking it on the chin and moving forward and saying they suck and then laying off half their workforce or laying off their executive. I don't know how it works up there, but their slogan, in the darkness, we found the light. Bro, get out of here, all right? Just give us a VW bus again, all right? Thank you, Waffles. Thank you for working on my car. And probably the simplest would be logos or logic, okay? Car manufacturers do this all the time when they try to convince you to think about their brand being better than others by showcasing the facts, Waffles. Okay. South Korea manufacturers like Hyundai and Kia, which is apparently everyone's favorite brand recently, got in trouble for pushing the facts a little bit past the line. By the way, I do enjoy both. I made one review where I mentioned some shortcomings, and I'm pretty sure I have a hit out on me in Korea or the KTM community because I said I didn't like certain things on the Elantra N, but I still gave it an 8. There's people out there that are really upset that I dare talk poorly about the Elantra N, and I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not, okay? But they had to pay over $50 million back in 2014 for inflating fuel economy claims on over 1.2 million vehicles. And as the EPA has ramped up both in inhibiting modified vehicles, it's no slouch to auto manufacturers at making sure they don't lie, which is something I do appreciate. Don't lie. Problem is, a lot of times those falsifications come years afterwards and the profits on the vehicles have already been made. You'd be shocked to know that a lot of times these car manufacturers already know that they're lying and they're trying to keep it under wraps for as long as possible. So when there's so many pushes and pulls in the world of just trying to sell a car, is there really anyone being a bit more honest? They're not manipulating? And the answer is not really, no. The auto industry is no slouch to sleazy tactics to either minimize damage, maximize profits, or slide through tax loopholes for more money. Regardless of your thoughts on any company, they've pretty much all done it, and they've done it before for decades. The Ford Pinto scandal is another example of one of the largest leaked scandals for cars ever. Not just on Ford's side, but the media side as well. There was enough noise to surround the brand that people thought it would actually put Ford under. And remember, this was the accusations that Ford was aware that there was a gas tank issue on the Pinto that could ignite, and ran a cost break analysis that was leaked which showed it was cheaper to keep production moving than it was to repair the $137 million engineering fault. What was further proven though was that it wasn't technically illegal, and the media was pushing this issue onto Ford much bigger than it needed to be because a lot of people were looking to somebody to blame. And because of the rise in EPA and the environmentalist issues, this was a really great opportunity to try and put Ford under. But the crash tests were done under the speed required to cause the explosion. Actually, there was nothing inherently wrong with it, but it was enough to see people for what truly mattered on paper, and the technicality from Ford saying that they didn't actually break any laws, it didn't matter to them. And I love my brands like Honda, Porsche, and I will even say it, Audi. And I don't want to be like Adam ruins everything, but this sort of criticism towards car manufacturers is typically well-deserved because otherwise they're going to do whatever the hell they want. New companies like Tesla even get slapped with it, and it's important that if you're out there in the world looking for a new car or trying to understand which manufacturer you're really looking to support, even though they don't know you, care about you, or really will ever care about you more than just a number on an Excel sheet, it's good to see how they market to you so that you can be more aware of the glitz and glam of marketing and focus a little bit more on just buying an actual good a vehicle that works for you. But what do you think? Am I just way off my rocker? Is there a brand out there that you think has stayed true to its purpose and is outside of all the noise of manipulation and scandals and things like that? Let me know as well. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a chance to subscribe. Head on over to Instagram at alex.martini with 2 underscores at the end. There's 2! We will see you on the next time. Adios.